y'all. We made it to Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. It is September the 2nd, and this is your 2-minute thought with your boy, John Redmon. Y'all, today's topic is, it just makes sense. Let me set it up. So there's a young lady that I take to her doctor's appointments from time to time, and she's in her 80s. And one day, she told me that her appointment was going to be elongated, and I didn't have to just wait there, just sit there. I could just come back. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go on and go to the gym, and I'll come back and get you after I hit the gym. She was like, that's such a good idea. Then she went on to say, I wish when I was younger that I actually exercised more and I actually went to the gym and took my health a little more seriously. I just love to eat, so that's all I really did. And she said, and if I would have done that, I probably wouldn't have all these health issues, including problems walking. But she's not alone. You know, I drive Uber and Lyft on the daily pretty much, and I pick up so many passengers with noticeable health issues. And I find myself tending to give extra special care and concern for those who are disabled, elderly, or even overweight. Now, I get it. We in a crazy society. There are some things about ourselves that we cannot, or we should not, or at least try not to, try to change. There's some things that we have no control over, we should not have control over, like our sex, our gender, our age, our race, our height. Like, God created us the way we were for a reason, right? But for everything else that we can control about ourselves, He gives us some very specific instruction, even when it comes to our very bodies. Look at Romans 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. That reasonable service simply means it just makes sense. What are you talking about? It just makes sense for you to eat healthy and not in excess. Presenting your bodies a living sacrifice. But you're working out or you're exercising daily. You're not going to fornicate and commit adultery and all that diseases that come with it and all the pregnancies, unwanted. It just makes sense for you not to be a drunkard. It just makes sense for you to drink lots of water. And it just makes sense to you to limit or stay away from refined sugar. It just makes sense for you not to smoke anything. It just makes sense not to do drugs and to dress modestly and moderate. It just makes sense. Because truly and clearly, the consequences for doing whatever you want, whenever you want, and however you want to your bodies can have future life-altering negative effects. Yeah. We know what we're talking about. Remember Whitney Houston? Whitney Houston refused to put down her cigarettes, even as a professional singer, and she lost her voice. Tony Bennett has been warning Lady Gaga for years to put down her cigars for the exact same reason. It's going to cost you in the long run. Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 19 and 20. It says, y'all, and he's talking to us, y'all. He's talking to his people. He said, do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary. Who is in you, whom you have received from God. You are not your own. You don't get to do what you want to do with your bodies. You were bought with a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. Sons and daughters of God, children of God, men and women of God, of the Most High God. Let's go on and honor God with our bodies. Let's go on and let's make sense out of all this to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. Why? Because at the end of the day, it just makes sense.